Good morning, breakfast at Niners.
Good morning, everybody.
All right.
Oh.
Can we go again? Take two.
Take two.
Good morning, breakfast at Niners.
Good morning, everybody.
It's good to be here this morning
Yes.
in the church building, and there is just us, and today on visuals and sound. Are we live? We are. That's really cool. There is Lisa, who's doing visuals and sound for the first time this morning, closely aided and abetted by Ed. So he is the expert in the field at the moment. So it is good to see you. At the moment, I can't see who's on, but
It will come in a minute.
it will come in a minute.
It will come in a minute or less.
Okay.
We hope.
We hope. Is anybody coming on? Do we know? Are we there? Oh, that's good.
That's good.
No, I just can't see who's here, and I was asking if anybody's come on, whether you can see. That's all.
So, Janice, what are we doing today?
Oh, what are we doing today?
What are we doing today, Janice?
Well, we
We?
are looking at the theme, which is all about the feeding of the 5,000.
Wow.
And it's about later on, isn't it? In the late hour.
In the late hour, feeding of the 5,000. Isn't that
Oh.
amazing?
Now
Amazing story.
I know you're on now.
Well, actually, this morning, we're going to need your help.
Well, Andre and family are there. I
Excellent.
don't know if anybody else is watching. He's going to have a lot to do this morning.
Because we've got a lovely story this morning, a lovely story to tell. And you know what? We want you to be as if you were there on the day. So, talking about the 5,000, and there's got to be loads of people, and you can choose whoever you want to be. You might want to be one of the disciples, you might want to be one of the crowd, you might be whoever, you might just want to be yourself there and just happen to be on that day and it happened. What are you going to be, Janice?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'll be one of the crowd today.
One of the crowds.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I will.
And it's a story that we can all join in, young and old. And, you know, Luke and Joshua, if you're watching, just ask your dad to be in the boat with Jesus and ask him, Dad, can you row, please? Can you row? You know, and if he doesn't row fast enough, take your dad, faster. So that'll keep him going. So, yeah, we're going to start our story. Well, Jesus wasn't in a good place because his cousin, something bad happened, but don't want to go into the detail, just enough to say that Jesus was on his own in the boat, probably with his disciple, all right? And he's there. Can you see? Can you see Jesus in the boat there in the distance? Yeah, you're in the shore and you're there and you can see him. You can put your hand just like that as if he was there. Oh, I can see him. He's really far away. And then you see the boat coming. And that's when we need to row, guys. Come on then, we need some rowing people. Yes, can you feel the wind? Can you feel the water? Splish, splash, splosh. It's getting wet, but we're getting near the shore. And then Jesus is going to land. So if you're in the boat, you're going to need to come out of the boat. You're going to need to jump in. Oh, it's a big dip over than I thought.
Oh, dear,
I'm
John.
a bit wet, Janice. I'm a little bit wet.
No, that's
Okay.
bad.
And then you're there, and Jesus is getting near. You know, and can you see all the people around you, whether you're a disciple or you're in the crowd? There are people around you. But, you know, they're a motley crew, those people. And you know, there might be some people who, you know, they're blind. Then people that might be lame, you know, and they've got crutches. Because why? Because they wanted to come and see Jesus. You know, they had all those stories. So a lot of the people there will have been people who maybe aren't very well. You know, people that have been troubled, Janice.
Yeah.
You know, bad things happen to them and they really mess up, you know, and they just want to see Jesus. So they're the kind of people.
They knew that Jesus could make them better.
Yeah, they knew,
They
that's
knew
it.
that.
And they knew because they've heard stories.
Yep.
people that had been healed and all of that. So they just flock all those people.
And they'd already seen Jesus do amazing miracles.
They did, Jesus, and that's why they're there. So they're the kind of people that would have been there. All a bit crazy, really. And then, the evening approached. Can you see? If you just turn a bit, the sun's going down. Oh, it's getting dark a bit, and it's getting cooler as well. At night, in that country, it's very hot in the day, but it gets cooler. Can you feel the cold coming on a bit? Mm-hmm. Yeah? And you, Janice, you see the disciple getting closer to Jesus, and if you're there, you're getting closer to Jesus. Can you see him? Can you just picture him?
That would be so exciting.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesus? He wasn't really pretty looking. He was just very ordinary. There's nothing like beautiful or anything like that. He was just ordinary, That's what Isaiah tells us. He was just ordinary. There's nothing really special about him. He was just there. But, Janice, those eyes, you could see in his eyes that he had compassion. Can you see? Can you just look Jesus at him, his beard and his hair, and then you have a look in his eyes, and you see so much compassion. That's what happened, Janice. He had compassion on those people.
He did.
Yeah.
And even though he was really sad because of what had happened to John.
Yeah, that's
even
a big
with
deal.
all of that
was a big deal,
it was
Janice.
huge.
Because his cousin, really, Jesus loved his cousin, and cousin was gone, and he had to pick up and move on. So, everybody's there, getting late, and people are getting hungry.
All hungry.
Can you feel that?
Hungry,
Yeah,
hungry,
yeah.
hungry.
And you told me that, oh my, well, I could do with, I don't know. What could you do with, Janice?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. There we go. Can you imagine it? You're really starving and you're craving for fish and chips.
Or a bar of chocolate.
Or a bar of chocolate.
Or a healthy apple.
Or...
No, maybe not.
Maybe not. Or a healthy apple. So, Jesus then says, it's getting late, guys. And then the disciples say, well, Jesus, we need to send them away. So, they can get food, And actually, where you are, just as that. Jesus, you need to send them away. Can you do that for me? Just that. Jesus, send those people away as if you were one of the disciples there. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And then Jesus comes along and he says this incredible thing. They don't need to go away. You give them something to eat. Can you imagine that,
so
Jesus?
Did the disciples have great big picnic
No,
baskets
they
with
didn't.
them?
That's the thing.
Because there's a lot of people.
Loads of people, but no baskets, Janice. Nothing.
So what were they going to do?
Well, I don't know. Can you just imagine a disciple? What did he say? I didn't quite hear what he said. We've got to feed them. And then one of the disciples looked back. The boat there. Because if it really doesn't work out, we've got a way out. Can you see the boat? Yeah, we've got an exit just in case it doesn't work out. So, they said, we've got to find food. And you know what they did, Janice? They found 2... sorry.
Oh dear.
5 loaves and 2 fishes.
And where did they find that then?
Well, I suppose somebody must have thought, well, I've got to offer something.
Was it
I've
a
got my
little
little
boy?
bit. I've got to bring my little bit.
Wasn't it a little boy?
It was. Was it a little boy, Janice?
I think so.
Right, was it a little boy?
I think a little boy had brought his packed lunch along.
Yeah.
I don't know that all little boys would have liked 2 fishes and 5 loaves, but
know.
actually...
But that's what he says in this story, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So Jesus said, go and sit down on the grass. Now can you see? Can you see now all the people? They're just going to sit down in the grass, Janice. Families, maybe friends together, people from the same village. A bit like New Wine, we're all different groups and all of that. And then Jesus and that's amazing, that because everybody's watching, and as they do, the disciples will remember You know, they remember all the miracles and the people walking when they'd be lame, and the people seeing when they'd been blind. So they're waiting in expectation and hoping and praying. Well, I hope he can sort that one out, because that's a big one. You know, 5,000 people is just a bit different from just one or two. And they're just waiting. And then Jesus, can you see him? He's there. Can you see him? He takes the bread. And then he takes the fish. And then he starts giving them. Then yes, can you imagine Jesus giving you bread and fish and saying to you,
Amazing.
go and give them. You know, so just do that. Just go around your lounge, go around the room where you are, as if you were going to those people and giving them bread and fish, you know. And then, can you just imagine how you must have felt? You know, they must have been so excited about what happened. You know, he did it, Janice. He did it. You know, we didn't think he could, but he did it. Can you say to yourself in your home, he did it? You know,
Can you
Jesus did
imagine,
it.
as he was giving out the bread and the fish, and it just never ran out? He kept giving it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'd be like jumping up and down with excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that. Wow, it's amazing. And then people starting to praise God. Wasn't it amazing? Can you just imagine what had happened? He did it. And he tells us in this story, you know, they ate till they couldn't eat anymore. And there was still lots left. You know what, Janice? This is what our God is like, isn't it? Isn't that just?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, and you said about before, you know, when Jesus was really upset about losing his cousin. You know, it must have been a big thing for him. But, you know, he recovered for that and then gave, you know.
Do you know what is amazing about Jesus? He 100% met his own needs, but 100% were there for the crowds.
Yeah.
Because that's what his Father called him to do. And he was always doing the work that his Father asked him to do.
And that gives you an idea of what God's love is like. God's love is so immense. There is no end to it. But also, God's compassion is the same. God's love, sorrow for us is the same, as vast as a nation. And that is amazing, you know. And then God provided, didn't he? You know,
He did.
provided for them.
He did.
And Janice, did he just sort of talk about the kingdom and say, well, you know, God, it's getting late, we've got to go now?
No, he taught and he told people about God, but he also made sure that he was there to meet their needs in every way. And actually, if they were really hungry, he knew that nothing else would work other than to give them some food.
Yeah. And that's so important for us to know as well, that God is interested in our spiritual needs and all of that, but also God is interested in our physical needs, you know, and he wants us to be okay. And when we need food, when we need rest, he will provide for us. We can trust him, especially when things look like impossible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
It's amazing that
Yeah.
God can do the impossible,
Yeah.
Janice.
And there are places in the world where they see a lot more miracles than we do, because there is no other way than for a miracle. And there are many examples of that, of people that have seen miracles. They've seen Jesus, they've prayed, and Jesus has done amazing things that nobody else could do.
That's right, you know. And the less room we take and the more room we give to God, the more space we give him to
Absolutely.
me to do
Yep.
amazing things,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
That's right. But we need to do our bit, you know. And those people, you remember at the beginning, they just followed Jesus, didn't we?
And you know, you said about we need to do our bit.
Yeah.
I think Jesus could have fed the crowds on his own, but he chose to work through a little person, a little boy who had his picnic lunch. And that little boy had gave them, I don't think the disciples whipped it off of him. I think he gave them, the disciples, his packed lunch. So he did his bit, and it was only little. He was probably not very big,
No.
and he did something very little. But God took the little thing that that boy did and turned it into something amazing, into a miracle. And that's really what we need to do.
Yeah.
In that special relationship, because we have a special relationship with
We
God,
do,
and we
we
call
do.
it a covenant relationship. And a covenant relationship is where each person gives everything of what they've got to the other person. And the difference between us and God is a bit like an ant and an elephant, really.
Yeah.
That actually we are like that little tiny ant, and we can just do that little thing, whereas God is massive and he can do what he can do. And that's what he does. He chooses to work through us, his people, to make a difference in the world. And when we do our little bit, then he does a miracle.
That's right, you know, and you don't have to wait till you're grown up before God can use you. And that is so true, isn't it? As young as you are, God can use you to do amazing things. So remember that. Important, isn't it?
Amazing. That's an amazing story,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's an amazing story, Janice, that is true. But God's not changed. He's the same as he was on that day when he fed the 5,000, as he is today. You know, and God wants to come and feed us, you know, physically and spiritually today, where we are, in a very difficult time, isn't it, Janice,
Yeah.
we're going through.
Yeah, all
you
of
know?
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So then, I suspect some of you are really enjoying your summer holidays right now because we've had nice weather and there are so many people going to the beach. But in between, why don't you have a look on the website? And there are things to do.
Yes.
And oh my goodness, here we
Look
go.
at that. One we did, well, not me, but one we
I
did
think
earlier.
Nettie did it earlier.
I couldn't have done that. This is really, really lovely. Yeah.
So there's that to do, there's discussions, and the popes have told the
And the
story.
story,
It's
Janice.
amazing this morning.
Story.
And so look at that, and you can recount the story once again.
Yeah.
So,
Have we forgotten something, Janice?
I don't know. Don't we usually at this time do like birthdays?
Oh, birthday. Yeah.
We do, don't we?
Do we? Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Now, do you know anybody who's had a birthday recently?
I think I do.
You do?
Yeah.
How is it, Jenny? Come on, tell me.
I
Who is
think,
it?
I
Who
think
is it?
Lisa's had a birthday. I think she's had a birthday. She's had a birthday. She's Lisa.
Lisa!
And Lisa
wow, isn't that
is-
amazing? She just happens to be here.
So,
So-
the only thing is, we haven't got our screen in front of us. And so, we are going to do this really quickly. Okay. Because now this is here.
Can you see us?
Can you see us? Ready? As we've got our sing screen in front of us and there's virtually nobody in the building, we are going to
This is technology for you. Look at that.
Okay.
A roving camera.
a roving camera. Are we ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. And just in case you wondered, we can only sing because we're behind a sing screen. We do have our masks because as from next week, when we're in church, we're going to have to wear our masks in church in the same way as when we go shopping.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And we want to say thank you to Nettie.
Nettie, who's made
amazing.
masks
Yeah.
for people, which is
Yeah,
really good.
you know.
So I think we've finished, other than
Oh.
the most important thing. Can we go back? Oh, good. We
you
can
can
come
talk
back here
about
now.
Yes,
Okay.
stage
Oh,
management.
it's too confusing, all this technology. Anyway, what we're going to do now to finish with is pray. Okay, John, would you like to do that?
Wow. Let's pray then, Lord. Just just let's be quiet. Now I just feel like God saying, I want to speak to you. Wherever you are, I want to speak to you. Believe in me. Trust me. I love you. I care for you. I will never leave you. So we pray that these words may become our reality today. That we would know, Lord, that we can depend on you, no matter what. In good times, in really hard times, like we're going through at the moment, that you will always be there for us. Amen.
Amen. And as we go, just to say to you, if you haven't caught up with it, New Wine is happening as we speak. And if you go onto YouTube and put New Wine Breaks Out, you will find loads and loads and loads and loads of resources, and they are absolutely excellent. There's stuff for all ages. There's worship, there's teaching, and I really, really encourage you to go on and have a look at it. But have a really good day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Have a lovely day. Be safe. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.